The new patch is finally here, and like every patch, I logged onto my Frost Mage with a plan. Check out the new content, run a few quests, maybe jump into the raid. Let's see what Blizzard added. At least, that was the plan. Because a few hours later, I found myself standing somewhere completely different from where I started. Not chasing gear, not staring at a guide, just wandering. And the strange thing is, I don't think it was the patch itself that kept me logged in. I think it was something else. So tonight, I want to show you what happened when I logged into 12.0.7. Not what Blizzard told me was important, not what mathematically was optimal, just what happened. By the end of the night, I think I finally understood why WoW feels so different right now. So I stepped into the patch, picked up the quests, started moving through the new content. Everything was going according to plan for about 15 minutes. Then I spotted an herb. And that was basically the end of any plan I had. Somewhere between gathering materials, checking alchemy recipes, and wandering the quest lines, I got pulled towards things that I wasn't looking for. It even took on a life of its own. I stopped paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing, and I was just following whatever seemed interesting. Which, now that I think about it, is probably the most World of Warcraft thing imaginable. And that's probably the best way I can describe the night. I never really settled on one thing. I wasn't trying to complete some grand objective. I wasn't racing anyone. I wasn't even following much of a plan anymore. I was just existing in Azeroth, seeing where the roads went, following whatever caught my attention. I think that's where World of Warcraft is at its strongest. Not when we're trying to play it perfectly, but when we're simply living in it. So instead of talking about it, let me show you. This is my first evening in WoW 12.0.7.
I appreciate your discretion in this matter, hero. Come, let us speak privately. All paths.
You received my missive then. Excellent. We have much to discuss, and not a whole lot of time to discuss it, I'm afraid. Magisters Terrace is home to many mysterious artifacts. Among them is a relic once central to our pursuits of magical knowledge. A few years ago, the relic fell into a state of dormancy. After the Dawnwell reignited, this artifact began to stir. The relic erupted chaos upon the library. I believe your unique expertise may be helpful in quelling this chaos.
Behold, the Sunstrider Omnium.
Silent and dormant since the fall of King Anasterion. Until now.
Rameth eyes you up and down for a moment. So, you're the outside help Magister Umbric summoned, are you? So be it. You may very well be the first member of the Alliance to look upon the Sunstrider Omnium, even if it's seen better days. Years of dormancy and silence before suddenly awakening in a fit of arcane chaos. There is much to do and many questions to answer. When the Omnium began to stir in its vault, we thought to move it here for observation. Evidently, this was a bad idea. The arcane magics seeping out are causing chaos. Folios casting all sorts of incomplete spells, arcane sparks running amok, even the candle flames have sprung to life. But we cannot simply destroy them. The magics here are too volatile. I have procured a ward lance from the arsenal of the Spellbreakers. It will dispel the volatile magic. Here, take it, and do be careful.
Decipher and study the various magical forces we encountered in the ancient march.
This living compendium allowed our people to observe and study the many forces of magic, some more restricted or forbidden than others.
Ramith exhales, a sigh of relief.
Can tell us
The chaos may seem silly and the incantations harmless, but be reassured that if we hadn't contained it to the library, the entire building would have been in academic uproar. For the sake of all the Magisters here, I thank you. And that's where we'll leave this chapter. The story continues in the next video, coming soon. If you're enjoying the journey, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments, what have you been spending your time doing in 12.0.7? Questing, PvP, lore walking? This is Atum Sphinx, and I'll see you on the next journey.